I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. I reverse those lines. I didn't think about it right.
I had no idea where I was going.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let us know you're in here, as usual. We're going to try to keep an eye on this. In the chat, happy Sunday, Monday, whatever it is for you, what time zone.
What's up?
We're just going to hang out a little bit. Forgive me. Going to try to do something here so it's easy for us to see. No, that scares me. Try to hit the end here. Nope, not that either. Okay. We're just going to live with that. Hey. Okay. Let's see, maybe... Oh, look at that. Cool. That's better. Now we can actually see.
Shiz.
If you're in here, let us know. I forgot my drink. I left it inside.
There's some peeps dropping in.
Looks like we have people dropping in on YouTube and Facebook. Please say hi in the comments. This might be a little bit short. I'm not sure. We're supposed to be packing. Yeah, because most of you know we're leaving for Florida soon. But we're gonna hang out first. So, you notice, and every time we film, I have this thing. I have a hair that grows sideways, and then it gets irritated, like me.
I have this thing. It's called my face.
Hey, Brandon, what's up?
What's up,
Hey.
Debbie?
What's up, Debbie? Yeah, we're gonna be changing over to it's weird, like 2 time zone things are gonna happen. Good morning, evening, night, Dust-Ons.
That's right.
How you doing? Also, thank you again. I know we sent you. I thank you. But Dust-On sent us something to our PO box this week. It was very, very sweet. We also just gave Boss Level 8 the thing you told us to give them, so they have that. They read it and everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dust-Ons.
Yeah, thanks again for sending all that stuff.
It means a lot.
It's amazing. But yeah, we're trying to get like our lives together before heading out to Orlando, because once we're out there, we can't do a whole lot about stuff that we need to get done here. So we're just trying to get like all that like kind of
Situated.
yeah, to a point, because we're gonna be gone for like a week. But it's gonna be fun because we're gonna have Podfest Expo, which we have no idea what's gonna be like. And then the second half of the trip, we're going to be riding with our friend Scott, not Nice Wonder, Scott Sturgis, in Florida. He's over in Florida now. And we started a bunch of songs here in LA, and we just never got to finish them, so we're going to finish them. I keep looking over here like my soda's going to be here, and it's not.
I'm looking forward to finishing them damn songs. They've existed for so many years now.
Brandon said, I heard you got something, but I don't know what you got. She's very secretive. Oh. It was just some nice gifts and letters and handmade things.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Hey, what's up, Mike?
What up, dude?
Also, hello, people on Twitch. Please follow us on here if you don't already. We're still working towards those more frequent and better live streams. There. If you're not familiar, we're here every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
And we simulcast through Mobcam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer. Probably some other stuff we're not aware of.
Crush. Yeah, thanks to Mob Crush for this awesome multi-streaming platform. We're able to hit all of you guys up at once, which is really cool.
Some of you came in from our gaming stream with Boss Level 8 a little while ago. Usually we're hanging out over there, but since we need to get back here and pack, like we decided to head back to our area.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard. We have the outfits.
They're just all lined up. We just gotta do a little bit of laundry.
Bring some freaking all the tech stuff too, like computers
Brandon,
and whatnot.
did you see in my post Discord about Audacity? Oh, I think I saw the notification for it, but we've been so busy trying to get our stuff together for this trip. Because I'm also working, because some of you don't know, we're gonna be at Podfest Expo actually speaking. So we have to make like old school PowerPoints for the presentations. So we were out like getting adapters for that and also making all that stuff. But good news is when we're in the airport and the planes, there'll be plenty of time to catch up on stuff. So that's good.
It's been a long time since I've been to Florida. I think the last time I was actually in Marco Island or something. Maybe somewhere like in the Keys or somewhere like Boca Raton or something. I can't even remember where I was.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think the last time I was in Florida was actually one of my like mid-20s birthdays after a friend's wedding. we don't speak anymore. But I had a great birthday.
Yeah, a friend of mine works at Disney World. She's like a choreographer, teacher, and I think one of the times I went to visit her, I don't remember how long ago that was. It's probably like decades ago, but
Decades?
at least like
You were like 10.
1 decade. It's definitely more than 10 years ago. So it's gonna be interesting to be around Orlando, and I don't know, just get to kind of breathe in the sights there and people and see what this Podfest is about. Really, that's kind of interesting. I'm just gonna kind of go with like no expectations at all, like just like see what it's about and learn. Keep my eyes and ears open for whatever. Should be pretty cool though.
And then the timing just works out. We're going to end up seeing Captain Marvel there because it comes out while we're there. And we're actually going to see it at Disney World.
I'm super duper psyched to see Captain Marvel. I don't know how excited you guys are, but I'm fucking ready to see this shit.
Duston says the only time she was in Florida was in college. And that's all she's going to say about that.
Sweet.
I actually never went on very crazy like spring break trips. I was like, this is time for me to like decompress, you know?
Yeah. Spring break for Delawareans is the beach.
Brandon says a guy I was good friends with in high school worked at Disney World for a few years.
Yeah,
A lot of people work there.
a few of them. Like I went to an arts high school, and then out of high school, everybody went to University of Delaware because that's just the thing to do. And then during that time, a lot of people split off, like musicians and vocalists and stuff like that, like broke off to go to Disney World. So a few of them, actually, one of them is now like, or was Miley Cyrus's dad, was a Billy Ray Cyrus's like gopher or like assistant. Like, go for this, go get me coffee, go get my dry cleaning. Like that was, he worked at Disney World for a while, met like that situation, and now he was the assistant for a while. Like I think even to the point where he's like living at the house and stuff like that.
Wow.
But wow, such weird stories from my past. Like such random shit, really.
Brandon said, I went to Florida once as a teenager with my dad and stepmom. She ruined the trip.
I was actually
Family can
fortunate
do
enough
that.
to have. Family can definitely ruin things for you. But I was lucky enough to have grandparents that did pretty well for themselves, and they used to take us, the whole family, really, to Disney World like once a year. So there was a time where like 4 years in a row I was at Disney World like once every year.
Duston said that year it was actually nicer in Indiana than it was in Florida. Then it snowed the day we crossed back over the Indiana border. Kind of how it's worked.
Yeah, Florida is known for like shitty weather, man. Like rain and cold and wet and damp, and then like freaking ridiculously hot, like humid to the point of where it feels like you're wearing a freaking blanket.
Why are we going again?
I don't even know what the weather is now. It might even be snowing there for all I know. I don't even know what their weather's like. I just know people get crazy there.
But yeah, we're gonna be out there. Gonna be a good time. It's just all these preparations we're just not ready for, you know.
Yeah, it all comes with it.
As far as last week, a lot of you saw the continuation of our second channel. Hope you've been kind of enjoying that. Like we said, they're all like incomplete things or things from other sources and stuff. So it's just kind of like a scrapbook of things. But you'll see more of that actually. Monday, I think, is the first random compilation, which is like a compilation of pieces of things that are either from like stories of like Insta stories or Snapchats or Patreon stories, or pieces of vlogs that were so little they couldn't like it. Maybe we only did like one thing of a vlog somewhere, or like two things, and we just put them together. Things we just never put out because we didn't have something else surrounding.
This is
all
incomplete things that we're finally putting to use.
So
make them complete.
The first one was so long we decided to split it into two videos. So I think they'll come out back to back like Monday and then Wednesday or something. But that's on the second channel. It was funny. I was talking to our buddy Scott Nice Wander, and I was like, I think there's a couple clips of you in this from things that we didn't use. And he's like, oh yeah. So I was on the phone with him while I was like looking up the compilation. I was like, oh yeah, the very first like 3 things have to do with Scott, and then there's like a bunch more stuff with it because there's a time period where he was like in town, and we just that. See, Brandon said my grandparents used to take us to Kings Island all the time when I was a kid. I remember Kings Island more than anything. Brandon said I replied to your reply on that Mortal Engines vlog. Oh, okay.
Nice.
I guess we'll check that out.
We had a thing called Jolly Rogers.
Huh.
And it was in Ocean City, like right across, because Delaware you can get to like 5 different states very easily. So Ocean City, Maryland had this place called Jolly Rogers. It kind of reminds me of what I hear of Kings Island, except I don't know if there was roller coasters. There wasn't roller coasters.
Kings Island was basically like Cedar Point with a couple less roller coasters and more rides.
Yeah, Jolly Rogers was like a huge water park.
Oh, this isn't really a water park.
Yeah.
This is more like a mini Disney World, but it's still pretty big. Like, you'd spend a whole day there.
This place, yeah, it was just all water. It was a huge water park, and then they had indie go-karts. Like, they weren't go-karts. They were just, like, miniature race cars.
Yeah.
They're called indie cars or indie something. You had to, like, show them your license. You had to, like, sign a waiver before you got on the track. It was crazy. And those go really quick.
I don't know. We don't have plans to go to like Disney World and everything, which would be ironic if we ended up there because we literally live like next to Disneyland here and have never been. Dustin said they have a water park in Kings Island. Yeah, but I think it's fairly new and it's also much smaller. Or it's not new. It's like it's younger than like the main park and it's smaller than probably what he's talking about. Because this Indiana Beach is more like a full, well, not full water park. I don't know. Like, there's not many full water parks in Indiana.
This place...
Actually, this was in Ohio. I forgot.
I think this place was like half the size of Blizzard Beach in Disney World. Blizzard Beach is pretty big. Blizzard Beach is home to like the tallest water slide in the world. Like, I'm not really... I'm hit that edge and you go down, you're flat. You're going straight down. Like, you like lay off of the slide for a minute. And you're just flying downwards until you hit the slide again and keep going. Like, people have lost...
Dustin said I only ever went to the water park once. I usually spent my time there in line for the Beast or Son of the Beast. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Beast. That's a great roller coaster.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Brandon said the last time I went to Kings Island was with my youth group. I was 17. I met a girl and we ended up making out.
Sweet.
That's usually what those Kings Island trips ended up being.
It's a fun little story.
Also,
even like for me, Epcot in Disney World is my favorite by far. Like any attraction, park, whatever. So if there's any chance to like go even just walk around that kind of stuff, I don't know. If we're down, I would do it if we had time.
Dustin said world's biggest wooden roller coaster, and it's funny because part of its attraction that was the Beast, and it's like it's kind of rickety.
I was just referencing a wooden roller coaster the other day. I forget what I was talking about, but
Thomas, how you doing? Good to see you. We're doing good. We should be packing, so we might we'll hang out for a bit, but this might not be like the longer stream because we gotta pack because we're heading to Orlando to speak at a conference and we're not very prepared. Actually, right before the Boss of Late gaming stream, we were at Fry's Electronics getting like last minute adapters for like, our presentation. So that's how that's going.
Yeah.
Also, it's going to be interesting because I'm a terrible teacher, and they asked us to teach like a whole convention for stuff. So that's going to be cool. It's just going to be me yelling at everybody. Why don't you understand this?
Yeah. I don't know. Come what may. This is like one of those things where if like I can like stress myself out and take it like way too seriously or whatever, or I can just like try to do the best we can do, you know, and just like not worry about other shit.
Something else I was going to bring up earlier was this week you saw, or this past week you guys saw, if you haven't seen, check it out. We put a video out because Vest finally released our like initial song offering thing where you can invest in part of our song. So it's a two-pronged like benefit. That doesn't make any sense, but it helps us in two ways. Or everybody, it supports us and our music, but it also like for depending on the percentage you buy, like you get a kickback of like the next 3 years. I think we said the reversion to. For like the streams and the success of the song.
It's really cool. Vest, Jin Yu, like that whole deal is freaking awesome. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, check out, what is it, just vest.com? V-E-S-T, or is it?
V-E-Z-T.
V-E-Z-T.
But so the shortcut is if you want to go straight to our page is vez.rkvc.net. And it'll just go right to our song offering. I think it's up for like another 26, 27 days. Yeah. As of this live stream,
and then you can help us out. Like, just you donate money to
you invest. That's why it's called Vest.
Yeah, you invest, But it's kind of like it's half and half of like two or three different things. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain like I know it's something, but it's just a really cool opportunity. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
But there's an app. Yes, there's an app, and as far as I know, it's both for Android and Apple. So there's that. There's also big name artists on there like Mary J. Blige and supposedly Lady Gaga and Drake and Justin Bieber and all that stuff. So and a bunch of random people. So, Thomas said, I was wondering if you guys could do scratchers. That would be cool. We've never done scratchers on this channel, I don't think.
What's
have
a
we?
scratcher?
Like a lottery ticket? You scratch?
Like, oh, just us doing scratchers right now?
I think there's some live streams that do that. Like, it's kind of like the Kinder Eggs and stuff. Like, they do, like, revealings and stuff.
Interesting. You know? I don't think I've ever watched a video of someone doing a scratcher.
I've never watched one that I know of, but I think I know it's like, it's one of those things, like the unveilings, or like the, there's some people who do like the pearl unveilings or whatever.
I get that, yeah. There's some people that are like fanatics. I guess there's fanatics about scratchers.
Ooh, Brandon didn't tell Karen to it's rude not to turn off her phone during recording. Okay, so little behind the scenes. Karen was actually multiple girls that were hanging out that all forgot to turn off their phones. So the symphony of notification sounds you're hearing were actually a collection of like 3 or 4 girls that just were hanging out. And if you listen carefully to recording, you'll hear them talking in the background. Because like this helicopter, they don't know what quiet is.
No.
So that's
you could like directly tell them to please silence their phones, and I don't think they would have done it.
But
they were in their own worlds.
It's funny, we actually recorded that back in August, and the delays with the vest contracts just kept coming. And so when the song finally went live the last day of February, and we were like, hey, this video can come out now that we have to change all the dates on the video for. But it was still fun. Jinny was a good guy, and the company is really doing great, like helping us further our careers and things. So you can be part of that. And also, we're very, 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 very close of having the video put together for the You Should Give Up video, which hopefully you guys will like. Even though it looks like it took 10 minutes, it took forever because there's so many technical things. But I think it looks great. Yeah. But hopefully we're gonna put that out. I don't know if we'll be able to put out while we're in Florida because we have no idea what like the Wi-Fi situation is there, and we probably have to end up. Jin is directing it, so we probably have to have his eyes on it. So I don't know if we want to do that online or if we have to meet up again. But yeah. Thomas said, I've been on a walk for a long time now, so good night. Good night. Glad you're out walking. That's awesome. I need to walk more often. Yeah. Just probably not me alone in LA. But actually, this is fun. I've done that before, like at 3 or 4 in the morning. I just walk around our neighborhood. It's usually not that bad.
Yeah. Good walk is good for you.
But we have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Come back next Sunday.
So, yeah, and then next Sunday, the funny thing is, so, couple things, the time zone will have changed. So that's fun. And then on top of that, we're going to be streaming on your guys' time zone, so we'll be up at 2 or 3 a.m. streaming. Well, it's 2 or 3 a.m. for most of you. So, that's fun.
Huh. We'll see who's in that stream.
Because we're going to be on that. It's going to be the same time for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just going to be on that coast. So it'll still be 11 over here.
3 in the morning for them or whatever? Or no, wait.
No, we'll be on the same time as them.
As Indiana?
Yeah, or the East Coast or anything.
Well, Indiana's 3 hours behind us? Or East Coast is 3 hours behind us?
Both.
Okay, so it's the same time zone.
But everything stays the same. We're just moving. So like we're not moving. Like we're going to be in a different place. So that's going to be fun. Especially after, luckily we'll just finish the convention. So either we'll be dead or great. I don't know. We're going to see.
Maybe we'll meet some really cool people. And maybe share
with
you guys.
By then we should be hanging out with our friend Scott Sturgis, so we might actually be at his place or somewhere with him.
That'd be cool.
See, Dustin said, Baja, welcome to our world. Yep. There we are. Although I don't know if our internal clocks will have changed by then, so we might still be on our time. Brandon Allen says, if I exercise after dark, it does not include walking. Ah, I see what you did there. Brandon says, 3 hours ahead.
Who are you, Constantine?
Thomas said, I'm so sorry, I was trying to say that I've been awake for a long time. Oh, same thing. You've been walking, right?
You've been walking for a long time, man.
Dude.
Life's hard.
This week, I was awake for a while. I was like, I need to force myself to go to sleep. And also, I was texting back and forth from Scott with NerdSync. Well, as some of you know, he moved, and he's not allowed to say exactly where yet. Some of you who are on his private Instagram live stream saw him like slip where he moved to. We didn't give any more away because there's a big announcement coming whenever he gets settled there.
He's in Africa.
But there's a can't wait. Like the announcement he's been teasing that he's gonna make. I can't wait for it to come out because we've been sitting on this information for months, and I think everybody's gonna like it. But he needs to tell you also, like, there's other things involved. But it's good stuff, and we're happy that it's all like good things.
Yeah.
I think he's teased that the move is because of the channel, but I don't know how much more, so we won't say much more than that.
Good things happen to good people, man.
Brandon said, "Now I'm sad. I wish Constantine hadn't been canceled." Why is that? Actually, I've never seen the TV shows. I've only seen Constantine, like the movie.
It was pretty good. The TV show, I watched it for a few seasons. And yes, there were more than one season. Not like, well, actually, these days, things have been reaching more than one season, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there have been some things that got totally just, like, cut off, but did he finally get a girlfriend? He's got two of them. One of them's a guy.
Oh, yeah, Sparta and Punky.
That's enough attention that you need right there. It's hard enough to take care of animals.
Constantine only had one season.
Taking care of a relationship is a whole different thing.
I love Sparta. Actually, I love Punky because she's always too shy to be in things and too anxious. But since it's usually, I guess, we've never visited Scott while I lived in Texas. Hopefully we get to visit him in his new place. He never, I guess there's no noise because he lived alone. And he, whenever he would like live stream, he's talking. So Punky would be like, "What's wrong?" And she'd just sit there and like,
yeah, like, why are you making noise?
Well, no, I think she's like scared. Like she's like, "What's wrong?" Like
loud noises.
Brandon said the cartoon on CW Seed is another story. I haven't watched too much.
Constantine, yeah.
I haven't seen too much of Seed. Like there was, didn't that change?
I've watched a few shows, but I can't remember what it is. I'd have to look it up to. Ow! I just got a kink in my neck. Oh man, that hurts.
Speaking of shows, we just started watching The Umbrella Academy. We're only 2 episodes in, but so far it's really good. Described it this way on the Boss of Late Gaming stream. To me, it's kind of like a teenage Watchmen through the eyes or the lens of a series of unfortunate events, like a dash of Runaways.
They had me at an English monkey that can talk.
Yeah, Pogo. It's funny because
British, I should say.
after Pogo came in, I was like, for some reason this seems familiar. Maybe I've read some of these comics I didn't even know. It's based on a comic series written by Gerard Way, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. So it's just an interesting world.
It's really cool.
Brandon says you guys should watch Doom Patrol. So, like, one of our friends got to
now
work
I know
on
what
it.
that is. Sorry.
Dustin said, did he figure out how to get his cats to their new home? Okay, so
gosh,
some of you saw this on his stories. It might be gone now, but he was open about this part, so we can talk about this. He did like one thing wrong on his paperwork to transport the cats, and so they couldn't be shipped out. But he had to take off. So his stepdad ended up coming to get him, and he ended up making a road trip the entire way with the cats. But
way to dad up.
So
Is that a word? No, I just made a word up.
So far, as far as we know, they got there good. Mike says on episode 9 it gets so dark. Oh, wow. See, I think even after the second episode it felt fairly dark.
They're just as we just like heard a twist right now, and we're like, oh, God, I can't wait to see the next episode. See what I'm having problems here. I'm having like a shoulder issue with like indigestion. That's what happens when you're fat and love Burger King. I'm excited to see the rest of that, though. It started off kind of like, I was like, I'm not sure about this. But then it started, like, the second episode just got really better.
I even liked the first episode. I don't know. Brandon said, since Gerard Way wrote it, I'm surprised Christina Ricci wasn't in it. That's fine. Actually, you know what I am surprised about is it stars Ellen Page and Mary J. Blige. It's so random.
I'm a fan of Ellen Page. She's different in this.
That sounds as nicer than anything my parents would do. I was just gonna say, like, flying over the last minute. That was a that was a dad moment, you know. So, but yeah, new chapters beginning, and then I guess when he's ready or whatever, or whenever he's allowed to, he's going to talk about everything that happened.
Yeah,
So
tell y'all what's going on.
what's been conspiring lately?
Hopefully, we'll have some crazy ass news as well.
Good news. Also, I think we talked about this last time, but we had talked with Scott, and we're finally going to release the Power Rangers videos, actually a couple of them.
Yeah.
But they're all going to be on our channel. So we're figuring out the logistics of that. But we're looking forward to it because we did interviews with Ron Wasserman, who wrote the X-Men theme song and also the Power Rangers theme song. So we've released the X-Men half, but we haven't released the Power Rangers half yet. So
We have a fun concept that we think may work too, so I'm not going to talk about it here, but just know that we got some shit working.
Brandon said Mary J. Blige reminded me of Pam Grier.
Oh yeah. My gosh, yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, she does. There's not much dimension to her character at all. I mean, she's. Well, so far we've just seen 2 episodes, so I'm not sure yet.
And also, Scott. I was on the phone with Scott a couple of days ago during the move and before the move, because there's more Nerd Sync RKVC collabs coming up, because they tend to do really well. Like we end up being a pretty good team. So we have some ideas of what we want to do in 2019. Some of you that are on Scott's Instagram live stream saw a couple hints to what might happen because you saw like the birth of some ideas. But we'll I know we're working on details now. So things on that side are in a very early stage of production, kind of
development.
But Brandon said you should have gotten Andre into the Power Rangers. So the funny thing,
Would love to work with Andre.
there might be some other. I'm just gonna put it this way: there might be some other channels involved. We're still finalizing that stuff, but the thing about the Power Rangers is it was actually we knew that Ron had written the Power Rangers theme song as well, but our main thing was the X-Men theme song for the particular interview we had. But we had a little bit extra time, and so we were like, can we talk another 30 minutes about Power Rangers? So we just ended up keeping the camera on and like starting another interview. So it was kind of like I don't know, not an afterthought, but like it was a bonus. And then we'd planned to put it out, but then Scott had kind of realized that he didn't really grow up with Power Rangers, so he doesn't have that much of an inside of the Power Rangers. Us, on the other hand, we had grown up right in the middle of all that being created.
Holy crap! I almost every memory I have has Power Rangers in it somewhere, like in that culture of shows growing up.
So there's one of the reasons we're a little hesitant in talking about like what we plan on for the videos. There's a lot of moving parts, and it's if some or all of them don't happen, it's fine. The video can still come out, but we have some exciting things on docket, but they're not finalized yet. So we want to make sure they're finalized before we like say like, oh, this is happening. But it is like very valuable footage because it was months to get to that interview, and then it's going to come close to a year that we've had that footage recorded now. So we just want to make sure it has. That's what we were talking to Scott about. We just want to make sure it had the best shot, and so Scott was like, guys, let's put it out there. Yeah. And so we decided that might be also might give our channel a shot to kind of like ride like a new thing. Although it's gonna be funny because we don't know how to make a Nerd Sync video because Scott is a wizard at all the editing and producing and stuff, and he's very committed to makeup and set design. We have this
musicians,
but what's that?
What was the other thing I was gonna? Oh yeah. So remember that like idea thing we had that we have a collection of shots for the music video that we're gonna do, all that for Wrong Things Right People. Well, there's been some developments, and looks like we may be doing some other cool things with that as well. So we'll keep you guys updated on when we end up getting some of that stuff recorded and ready to do stuff with. Maybe shoot some BTS that we could show the Patreon subscribers.
Yeah. And some of you actually, that reminds me, some of you actually got to see, who are on our Patreon, got exclusive access to stuff on our second channel that is only available to Patreon people. I think there's 2 pieces of content so far.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, if you guys enjoy that, let us know because we'll try to like supplement that. But if nobody cares, then we won't do it. So just let us know about that. Also, reminder on Patreon, we've been so busy we haven't had a chance to message, but Patreon sent us a message that a couple of Patreon members had bounce backs. So double check your stuff. Just want to make sure, because that stuff's mostly automated, so we want to make sure you're not missing out on stuff if you want to keep tabs on it. But yeah, I mean, that's been pretty much this week. We've been trying to like get prepared for this convention, and we're gonna try our best to vlog the situation
as much as we can.
We'll see.
I mean, we kind of have a loose plan. Right
Yeah.
now. I'm looking for schedule. Did we not? What did we do? Oh yeah, we were just worked. I was gonna see if we had gone to Mob Crush for the thing.
Now we missed on it this time, but we had a lot of meetings. We went to SoCal Retro Gaming Expo, but that was last Sunday.
Yeah. And there will be, like we said last Sunday, that there will be stuff to show you, Patreon guys, as well as maybe some, I don't know, vlog stuff in the future for the second channel. I don't know. But all I'm saying is we got a bunch of footage that we can do stuff with.
So we're gonna take off so that we can go pack and make our flight. But thanks for hanging out, and we'll see how this conference situation goes. Maybe we'll be able to vlog in or live stream in the middle of the day. Not sure, but we'll be out in Orlando doing our thing. If for some reason you happen to be in Orlando, let us know. Yeah. Maybe we can meet up or something. Not sure, but yeah. Thanks for always supporting and hanging out. Not sure if this week will be the week, but probably the week after. We'll try it this week to put out the new video that we filmed on the big set and everything. But we want to make sure that Jin has the approval for it. So we'll see. It's either this week or next week, hopefully. It's really short too, so I know like everybody's gonna see it and be like, "Oh, this took no time. This took forever," but in a good way. We did it the way we want to see it. If you're watching this later and it's on YouTube, there's a circle popping up here asking you to subscribe. If for some reason you stumble across this, watch the whole thing and want to subscribe and haven't already. And YouTube's algorithm is also suggesting a couple videos of things you might like. They're covering up half of our faces right now. But thanks as usual. And as always, don't forget to do the wrong thing
With the right people.
Bye, guys.